The wake-up call, why your life isn't changing every day. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why nothing in your life is changing. You look at others, people who are achieving, growing, and building the life they want, and you ask yourself, why not me? Why is my life stuck in the same place while theirs is moving forward? The truth is, most people live on autopilot. They wake up to the same alarm, scroll through the same distractions, follow the same habits, and then go to bed wondering why nothing is different. They say they want change, but they do nothing differently. They say they want success, but their actions don't align with their words. They dream of a better life, but refuse to step outside their comfort zone to create it. If you keep doing what you've always done, you will keep getting what you've always gotten. Change does not happen by accident. It doesn't just show up one day and knock on your door. It's a decision, a conscious choice to break free from the patterns that are keeping you small. Here's what no one tells you. Your life will only change the moment you decide to change. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready, right now, this very second. And that decision, it doesn't require anyone's permission. It doesn't wait for perfect circumstances. It doesn't need validation. It only needs you to wake up and say, enough is enough. I will not live on autopilot anymore. I will take control of my life. I will do what it takes to become the person I know I'm meant to be. Because the reality is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to knock on your door and hand you the life you've been dreaming of. If you want change, you have to create it. If you want success, you have to work for it. If you want a better life, you have to step up and demand it from yourself. It starts now. It starts with you. The moment you stop waiting and start moving, everything changes. Watch this every day until you believe it, until it becomes second nature, until you can no longer recognize the person who once settled for less than they deserved. Because that person, they don't exist anymore. You are stronger than your excuses, greater than your fears, and more powerful than you've ever realized. It's time to wake up. It's time to change, and it starts today. The power of your mind rewiring. You're thinking everything you have in your life right now, every success, every struggle, every win, every failure is a reflection of one thing, your mind. Your thoughts are shaping your reality, whether you realize it or not. What you think you become. What you believe you create. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness, and the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is simple mindset. Look around you. Every single person who has built an extraordinary life started with the same thing, an unshakable belief that they could. Not because they had proof, not because they had guarantees, but because they understood one thing: if I control my mind, I control my future. But most people, they let the world control their mind. They let distractions, opinions, and negativity shape their beliefs. They let fear hold them back. They let self-doubt keep them playing small. They spend more time worrying about what could go wrong than focusing on what could go right. And in doing so, they hand over their power. You cannot afford to be one of those people. If you want real change, you have to take back control of your mind. That means being aware of the thoughts you allow to take up space. That means feeding your mind with growth, knowledge, and discipline instead of doubt, excuses, and distractions. Tell yourself every day, I am not weak. I am not lost. I am not stuck. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your mindset. And the moment you decide that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are strong enough to make it happen, everything changes. You can rewire your thinking. You can break free from the limitations you placed on yourself. But it starts with a decision. Will you control your mind, or will you let the world control it for you? Choose wisely, because your life will always follow the direction of your strongest thoughts. Daily habits that transform everything. Success isn't built in a day, but what you do every single day builds your success. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck isn't talent, luck, or even intelligence. It's habits. The little things you do daily shape your future. They determine whether you will rise or remain the same. And if you're serious about change, if you're tired of being stuck, if you truly want to transform your life, then you must master your daily habits. 1. Morning discipline. Own your day before it owns you. Your morning determines your momentum. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. So if your day begins with hitting the snooze button, scrolling through your phone, and letting distractions consume your focus, then don't be surprised when you're unproductive, unmotivated, and out of control. Change starts the moment you take control of your mornings. Wake up with purpose. No more snoozing. No more lying in bed waiting for motivation to hit you. Get up and start moving. Whether it's a workout, meditation, reading, or setting clear goals, own your morning, and you will own your life. 2. Feed your mind, read, learn, and grow every day. Your mind is your greatest asset, but most people treat it like an afterthought. They fill it with negativity, distractions, and useless information, then wonder why they feel lost and unmotivated. But the most successful people, they feed their minds daily. They read. They listen to powerful content. They surround themselves with knowledge that sharpens their thinking because they understand one thing. If you are not learning, you are not growing. And if you are not growing, you are falling behind. Make it a daily habit to read, study, and expose yourself to new ideas. It doesn't have to be hours of studying. Just 15 to 30 minutes of intentional learning can change everything. Feed your mind and watch how quickly your life starts to shift. 3. Stop overthinking and take action. Here's the truth. Thinking will not change your life. Action will. You can plan all you want. You can set goals, visualize success, and write down your dreams. But if you're not taking real action, you're only fooling yourself. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who move. Every single day, do something that pushes you forward. It doesn't have to be a massive step, just one small, consistent action in the right direction. Show up. Execute, stay disciplined, because over time, these small actions will compound into unstoppable progress. The secret to changing your life, your habits either work for you or against you. They are either pushing you closer to your goals or keeping you trapped in the same cycle. And if you want real transformation, if you want to wake up 6 months from now in a completely different place, you don't need motivation, you need discipline. Do the work daily, even when you don't feel like it, because motivation fades, but habits last. Master your mornings, feed your mind, take action every single day because your future is being built right now. The power of letting go, holding on to the wrong things is what's keeping you stuck. It's what's draining your energy, clouding your vision, and slowing you down. The truth is you cannot move forward while carrying the weight of everything that's been holding you back. People, situations, past mistakes, doubts, fears, excuses, these things take up space not just in your mind, but in your life. And as long as you keep holding on to them, there will be no room for growth, no space for new opportunities, and no energy left for the things that actually matter. Think about it. How many times have you held on to someone who wasn't good for you, someone who drained your energy, disrespected your boundaries, or made you feel like you weren't enough? How many times have you replayed past failures, letting them define who you are today? How often have you made excuses, convincing yourself that now is not the right time, that you're not ready, that you'll start someday? Here's the harsh truth. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If you keep holding on to the same negative patterns, the same limiting beliefs, and the same toxic attachments, you will keep repeating the same cycles. You will keep wondering why your life isn't moving forward, why you feel stuck, why nothing is falling into place. But the moment you let go, the moment you release the things that no longer serve you, everything shifts. Let go of the people who take more than they give. You don't need them. Let go of the fear of failure. It's part of the process. Let go of waiting for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. The only time you have is now. You can't rewrite the past, but you can start a new chapter. You can't change what people have done to you, but you can decide what you can elevate moving forward. You can't control everything, but you can control yourself, your mindset, your choices, your focus. And when you do, that's when everything changes. That's when you feel lighter, stronger, more powerful. That's when opportunities start to appear, when growth becomes unstoppable, when success becomes inevitable. So ask yourself, what are you still holding on to that is holding you back? Because the moment you decide to let go of what's keeping you small, you make space for everything that will help you rise. Silence, focus, and moving in silence. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful. Real power doesn't need validation. Real strength doesn't beg for attention. The people who truly change their lives, they move in silence. You see, most people waste their energy talking about what they're going to do instead of actually doing it. They tell everyone their plans, seeking approval, waiting for validation, only to lose momentum before they even begin. They let distractions pull them away. They let opinions slow them down. And in the end, they remain stuck, wondering why nothing is changing. But the ones who make it, the ones who truly transform their lives, they understand the simple truth. Energy flows where focus goes. When you waste time explaining your vision to people who don't see it, you lose focus. When you let outside noise distract you, you lose power. And when you constantly seek approval, You give control of your future to others. But when you move in silence, everything shifts. You stop announcing, you start executing. You stop explaining, you start proving. You stop looking for validation, you start becoming unstoppable. The most successful people don't talk about what they're going to do. They just do it. They focus on their craft. They put in the work behind closed doors. And by the time the world notices, it's already done. So ask yourself, where is your energy going? Are you wasting it on distractions, on meaningless conversations, on explaining yourself to people who don't believe in you? Or are you protecting it, sharpening it, using it to build the life you deserve? Start protecting your energy. Start moving in silence. Start focusing so deeply that nothing can pull you off track. And watch how quickly everything in your life begins to change. Pain and growth, using hardships as fuel. Pain is not your enemy. Struggle is not your downfall. The challenges you face, they are not here to break you. They are here to build you. Most people look at pain as something to avoid, something unfair, something that should never happen. But that mindset, that's what keeps them weak. That's what keeps them stuck. Because the truth is, nothing grows in comfort. Think about it. The strongest people you admire, the ones who have built something great, the ones who inspire others, the ones who refuse to give up, they didn't become that way by having an easy life. They became that way because they faced struggle, they faced loss, they faced rejection. And instead of letting it break them, they let it shape them. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond. Will you let pain control you? Or will you use it as fuel? Will you let hardship destroy your confidence? Or will you let it sharpen your mindset? Every single setback you face is an opportunity to rise. Every failure is a lesson. Every rejection is redirection. You either sit in the pain and let it consume you, or you stand up and let it drive you forward. The people who make it, they don't avoid pain, they embrace it. They use it as a reason to work harder, to become better, to prove to themselves that nothing can stop them. They take all that energy, all the frustration, all the anger, all the disappointment, and they pour it into their growth. So if you're struggling right now, if you feel like life is testing you, if you feel like nothing is working out, understand this. You are not being punished. You are being prepared for the next level, prepared for the success you've been working for, prepared to become the strongest version of yourself. But only if you choose to keep going. Only if you refuse to break, only if you understand that pain is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your transformation. Because the ones who rise, they are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who refuse to quit, taking control and owning your life. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to hand you success. Nobody is going to knock on your door and give you the life you've been dreaming about. If you want change, you have to create it. If you want success, you have to earn it. Too many people sit around waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time, or waiting for someone to believe in them. But the truth is, the only person who can change your life is you. You have to stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming the people who doubted you, the people who left, the people who didn't see your worth. None of that matters anymore. What matters is what you do next. You have two choices. Either you let life control you or you take control of your life. Either you keep making excuses or you start making moves. Successful people, they don't wait for permission. They don't wait to feel motivated. They don't waste time complaining about what they don't have. They take what they do have and they make it work. They wake up early. They put in the hours. They stay disciplined even when no one is watching. Because motivation fades. Motivation is a feeling and feelings are unreliable. But discipline is a choice. Discipline is waking up and getting it done even when you don't feel like it. So the question is, are you going to own your life or let life own you? Are you going to keep waiting or are you going to start acting? Your future is being built right now by the decisions you make today. Take control. Get up. Get moving. Because the life you want, it's in your hands. The final message, watch everything change, everything you want, the success, the confidence, the freedom, the peace of mind that's already waiting for you. But here's the truth, that's not going to just fall into your lap. You have to earn it. You have to become the kind of person who deserves it. And that starts right now. No more waiting for the perfect time. No more talking about what you're going to do someday. No more making excuses for why you haven't started, because if you keep waiting, life will pass you by. If you keep talking, you'll never take action. If you keep making excuses, nothing will ever change. The smallest actions repeated every day will create unstoppable transformation. You don't have to move mountains overnight. You just have to start. Wake up and do one thing that pushes you forward. One thing that makes you better. One thing that proves you're serious about the life you say you want. Because change isn't some magical moment in the future. It happens now. In the choices you make today. In the habits you build. In the discipline you develop when no one is watching. You have one life. One shot. One chance to become everything you were meant to be. Don't waste another second sitting on the sidelines. Get up. Move, take action, and watch everything change.